Welcome to Smalltalk Daily for Thursday, July 29th, 2010. This morning I wanted to go through a small enhancement you can load into the debugger. To give you an idea what I'm talking about, first let's execute some code. This is bottom feeder. I'm going to get a feed by running this little snippet of code from bottom feeder. And you see in the inspector you have these icons and the bolding running in the inspector. So you can see at a glance what kinds of objects I'm looking at. That's useful. But let's go ahead and put a breakpoint. I'll bring the method over here. I'll just slap a breakpoint in here so that we can look at what this looks like in the debugger if I do the same thing. So let's run this again. And in the debugger, you notice that down here in these little inspectors, that doesn't pop up. That's because these inspectors are still the old style inspectors and you don't get that information. In general, that would be useful information to have in the context of the debugger because you want at a glance to be able to see what you're working with. Well, it turns out you can get that. If you go here to the parcel manager, and right down here under developer tools you'll find Diggy, and if you load this, now it's a loadable piece instead of already loaded because it's still in kind of an experimental development phase where Travis hasn't completely integrated it yet. But if we get rid of that and now we run the same code again, you'll see that instead of those bland inspectors you now have these down here, so you can see immediately what these guys are. And you can take a look at the icons popping up the same way they do in the regular inspector. So I can tell immediately, for instance, these are booleans and this is a string. So that's really all I wanted to show today, is that you can get the contextual information you have in a normal inspector in the inspector panes of the debugger if you'd like that. It's a loadable component. If that's not something that's interesting to you, just don't load it. If it is interesting, look under the developer tools page of the parcel manager. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with Smalltalk.